They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Dead, a horror podcast.
Brought to you by Big Baby Studios.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Dead Air, a horror podcast. My name is Chris Costello and I'm one of your hosts. For the purposes of this podcast, I am the horror fanatic. And what that means is I am not an expert. I will never claim to be an expert, but I will claim to be a fanatic of the genre. I love it. And I'm joined by my two other co-hosts. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Erin Cristobal, one of the co-hosts, the only female. And so my opinion is just as important. And I am, or double the importance, I am the fan. I'm not a fanatic. Fan lang. Like, I watch horror movies because I enjoy it. But I watch it when people tell me that it's good. I don't seek out horror films. I only learned of the tropes because of this podcast, but I like the thrill that it gives me. I like roller coasters. It's the same. So that's me. And we have another co-host here.
Yes, I am Miguel Nashansena. I've been typecast as the scaredy cat, the coward. But to be honest, I've been enjoying this thing. So horror's getting in my system. I like it.
Yeah.
I like your whole character arc from episode 1 to this episode. It's
by the end of this, I'm the fanatic now. You know about horror, blah blah blah.
Wow.
No, but by the end of this whole podcast, Miguel, you'll be the final girl.
Yeah.
The survivor.
Okay.
I understand that reference.
Yeah. So that is us, and we've got a special guest today. Very excited to have him on. He's an actor, but I know him as a very he's a character actor in my eyes. He really disappears into his roles. I know him from a bunch of things, but my two favorite films that he's done are My Candidate, of course.
Yes.
It's something I co-wrote, so I'm very biased. And another film called Tandem, these two roles are like the exact opposite of each other, and so they just speak so much for how he disappears into his role. So it's really cool to have him on. So he brought with him a really really cool film to discuss today. So
I super enjoy this movie.
Yeah. So let's welcome Mr. Nico Antonio.
Yay!
Hello guys, good evening. Thank you for inviting me over to this podcast.
Our pleasure. Thanks for making us watch this movie.
Yeah.
Super enjoyable.
So happy to have you on, dude. I just want to do one last plug of My Candidate, which is the one and only film I've ever co-written. And Nika's a big part of it. I hope you guys get to watch it somehow. Or in some shape
super
or
enjoyable.
Yeah. So that's my last plug for this episode. But yes, thank you for coming on, Nico. It's such an honor to have you on. And we're so excited to discuss the film you brought.
Yeah.
I know. Kakapanood ko lang siya sa kanya recently. Tapos yun yung pumasok sa isip ko. So yeah, why not?
I love that.
And I was going to jump in and talk about the movie, but sure, that can wait.
Yeah, we want to ask you first. So you mentioned in our offline discussion that you're not really a big fan of horror. You just watch it sometimes to get a thrill. So what was the first introduction you had to horror?
My first introduction was Halimaw sa Banga. Yun yung first ko na bata ako, sabi ko, kasi yung simula ng Halimaw sa Banga, about the comics, di ba? It's about parang good versus evil. Then afterwards, yung susunod na entry was yung Halimaw sa Banga itself. Yung talagang bata ako, hindi ako makatulog after no. Pag may nakikita kong banga, may kapitbahay kami. Best friend ko yun. May banga sila malaki. Hindi ko makalapit. Kasi banga nga siya. So, ayun. Wala lang. Pero takot na takot ako. At saka hindi ako fan kasi nga mabilis akong, I jump scare ka agad. Kumbaga, parang pag may gulatan na factor sa movie, talagang talagang mabilis ako mag-ganon. So hindi talaga pwede.
Same.
Talaga. Oo, talaga yung asawa ko parang, OA mo naman. Nagulat ako eh. Sorry. Ayun.
Is there any certain, so how would you define horror for you? Kasi meron kaming mga guests. They have different definitions of horror. And the movie that you chose is not yung stereotypical mumu ghost horror. It's actually different. So what is horror for you?
Horror for me, it's either visual, yung mga blood trickling, mga ganon. Or it can be psychological. It's in your head. Mas nakakatakot yung it's in your head because it stays there. Parang pag may nag-trigger sa'yo na may nakita ka, maaalala mo yung movie na napanood mo na yun. Tapos maglilinger na yun eh. Unlike yung visual, pwede mo makalimutan yun, pwede mo itago yun sa isip, sa likod ng isip mo.
Yeah.
Tapos pag nakita mo lang uli yung movie, doon mo lang maalala. Pero yung psychological, shit, naalala ko yun. Mga ganon.
Can you give us an example of a movie that did that to you? Yung naglinger talaga siya for a long time.
High school. Pinanood ko yung The Ring. First entry ng Japanese horror genre sa Philippines. High school ako noon. Ako mag-isa sa kondo. May TV. Pagbukas mo ng kondo ko, ng pintuan, may TV, tas may Betamax. Hindi ako makapasok ng kondo ko. Takot na takot ako kasi 1 week yon umuwi ako sa nanay ko kasi hindi ko kaya. Hindi ko talaga kaya.
Same effect din yan sa akin, actually. Same. I think medyo magka-batch tayo.
Ang ganda ng effect kasi visual tapos may psychological.
Oo.
Yeah.
And I think it's because mukha tayong Asian. So, yung mga nakikita natin, di ba, may mga babaeng may long hair din dito. So, talagang, nakakatakot. But yes, I agree. That left a lingering feeling after seeing the Ring. And yung mga Magandang Gabi Bayan Halloween edition. Yan,
isa rin yun. Isa rin yun ng bata ako. Yung mga kapre ganon, yung mga tikbalang daw sa puno.
White
ganon,
lady.
Sa
akin talagang, worst. The worst. So that's great. And what you chose is actually not a mumu type film.
Hindi siya mumu.
It is, and it was so ang daming twist. So, can you tell us a little bit about how you got introduced to this movie?
What's the movie first? Listen.
The title is Don't Breathe. It's about three youngsters na parang parang amateur thief. Pumapasok sila sa bahay. Tapos dahil yung isa sa kanila tatay niya part ng security management.
Yes.
So he has access to all the keys dun sa mga nagpalagay ng mga security dun sa mga bahay nila. So ayun. Tapos yung isa sa kanila parang dahil nasa small time dun sa mga nakukuha nila, may tip na in-offer yung I don't know the guy, but sabi na itong bahay na to okay to kasi may pera dyan. Yun, may nangyari.
Yeah.
Ayun. Doon na.
Very interesting.
Para sa mga gustong manood pa.
Yeah. But we can just so it's not clear, we can do spoilers.
Pwede ba? Okay.
Pwede.
Spoil away.
Pwede pala spoiler dito. Okay. Tuloy ka na ba?
Okay lang. We got the gist.
The gist of it,
okay.
Miguel, you didn't have to summarize today. How do you feel?
Medyo I feel out of place right now, but it's okay. Parang but to add to parang description, parang just to fulfill my role here. Parang it becomes like a trapped house, a trapped horror yung parang they're all stuck in the house, the criminals become the hunted, and then a lot of shit is revealed and a lot of shit goes on.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember I was just watching the beginning and I was just like, whatever these kids get, they deserve it. And then after a while, I was
then later on, parang, holy shit, ang ganda ng twist, ang ganda ng dark twist, parang puta.
I love it. I love it.
Actually, it can happen in real life. That's the scary part.
Kasi, that's what I love pala, na it's not a supernatural horror, so a lot of it can happen in real life. Galing.
Yeah.
First of all, actually, the whole concept itself is a twist on the genre. The whole home invasion genre, a lot of it is people trying to break into your house, and those are the evil people. Here it's like the villain is the homeowner.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's in reverse now. So it's a really interesting twist on very popular horror tropes like the home invasion film. But actually, do you guys know this is kind of inspired by a real life event?
Oh my God!
What event?
It was a U.S. veteran who parang he noticed the kids were breaking into his house a lot, and so what he did was he kind of set it up. He waited for them, so he put like a chair in the basement. to wait for them. He put a camera recording and an audio recording the whole thing. And then two teenagers broke in, parang their cousins, and one of them was a girl. Nga. And this is a really big case actually in the US because it had a bunch of debates triggered because of it. Because he waited for them, and then the second they broke in, he just murdered them.
Oh, whoa!
But then again, I mean, there's this self-help doctrine din sa States na when you break in, the person has the right to kill the person.
It's called the castle doctrine. That's exactly it. So it became a big debate in the US, like because you do have the right to defend yourself, defend your house.
But they were kids.
But they were kids.
So that's
and
another
also,
one.
It was premeditated.
Inabangan eh.
So who won in the case?
He was sent to life imprisonment.
Talaga?
It's really fucked up kasi parang he recorded himself and then he was practicing speeches na to
premeditated murder
to lawyers and stuff and then it's really fucked up. Like he shot the kids and then like may kill shot pa siya eh. They weren't dead. And then he went up to them and then may kill shot and then he left them there and then called the police like 2 days later or something.
Execution style.
Yeah, it's really, really fucked up. Sorry to start the discussion on such a fucked up. But this movie is pretty fucked up in itself.
I know.
It
is.
Yeah.
And I remember humming to myself the whole time, ang batak ni Lolo. Like he was just this really batak. Di ba? Batak si Lolo eh. Just, But,
kasi kung nagcast sila ng frail na parang hindi makatotohanan na nakakatakot. They had to cast him talaga. He looks menacing.
Menacing talaga siya. Yeah. He's a great actor.
And he's a Tony Award winner. Mm-hmm. He's an Avatar.
Yeah, he's the Tony antagonist in Avatar. Yeah, he also has a very good horror film that came out last year called VFW. You should watch that, Miguel. It's it's medyo similar actually. Parang it's called VFW. It's like it's a siege film naman. So it's a type of film, horror film called the siege film, which is basically like you protect your house. You hunker down with a bunch of people and you protect yourselves from people who are breaking in.
But is it is it supernatural monster
no,
just
no. It's real. It's real people.
Okay, I'm down for that. All right, that's cool.
So he's really good. So I just want to say that super galing ni Steven lang. Tama ka, Nico, like if that was someone else, you wouldn't believe it. But like, cause he's a blind guy. You know, it's not he's just scary at all.
Binigyan ng handicap.
Handicap.
Kasi nga malaki na yung katawan eh. Kung nakakita pa yun, edi wala na yung mga bata. Patay na sila talaga.
Tsaka meron na siyang di ba? Parang sinetap na veteran siya, gano'n. So, bigyan natin ng handicap.
Ang nakakapagtaka lang, paano niya banggitin ko ba? Sabi niyo pwede spoiler, di ba?
Go.
Paano niya nakuha yung babae tas nadala niya sa basement?
Yes, agree.
Yun yung, sabi ko, parang loophole ng story, ng movie.
So for the listeners who want the spoilers but haven't seen the movie, yung big twist ng film is when they break in, they discover na this whole time pala si Lolo has been keeping a girl in his basement.
And this is the girl who ran over his daughter.
His daughter, yes.
So it's a revenge thing, but there's also another perverted thing going on.
Grabe yung revenge.
It's so fucked up.
Not worth it. Talagang, whoa. You're getting your revenge, but you're exceeding it too much. Hindi nakatatama yung revenge mo. Why?
Yeah. It's like, grabe siya. This film, kasi it's like, you think it's so simple na, so they're breaking in and now they have to get out kasi they're stuck in here with this guy and then siya pala yung villain. And then it becomes so fucked up.
Yung part na yun yung mindfuck ng movie.
That twist. And you guys, alam ko you guys had no idea about this film, di ba?
No.
Wala?
No.
Sorry.
Okay lang. Okay naman.
Maganda siya.
Maganda. It's super well made.
Yung cast. So when I saw the cast, sabi ko, I know this girl. I know this guy.
Where's the girl from? I don't know them. Where's the girl from?
I don't know them. I only know the antagonist. Yeah. Para refreshing for me. Na sila yung artista.
Blank slate.
Yung lalaki doon na anak nung security, hawig ni Arjo Ataide.
Ano?
Hawak ni Arjo Atayde.
Slide.
Yeah. Meron nga.
At saka, if you played, you know the game Deadly Premonition?
No.
No.
Hindi kayo gamer.
Bakit?
Anyway,
Hindi.
kamukha rin niya. Oo.
Okay.
Horror din yun na video game.
For
Tapos
PS4.
For Switch.
For Switch? Okay.
Yeah, I
I've got a
have
Alright.
Switch.
Alright.
I'm getting it.
Let's do that. I'm gonna get that. I haven't gotten a new game. Anyway, we're veering far.
Tapos yung girl who's very good. Slightly my, Alexandra Daddario. So what's her name? The girl from Baywatch.
But can act.
Whoa, grabe.
Whoa. Grabe.
But anyway, so I'm saying, sorry, yes, back that all of them can act. All of
They're
them
so
are really
good.
good.
So
Yeah, so good.
That
Yeah.
girl is she's really good. Apparently Aaron used to watch a TV show she did.
Yeah, she did a comedy sitcom called Suburgatory, where she
Okay.
plays a teenage daughter with a lot of angst. And she's so funny. So nagulat ako na parang, wow, she does so well with horror also. So
At
good.
dito, itong angst na yung ginamit niya.
Yeah.
Diba?
Diba?
Angsty siya na comedy. Ito talaga, angst talaga. Ramdam mo yung angst niya.
Galing.
So in her TV work, she's this comedic actress with, very, but in the movie world pala, Scream Queen pala siya.
Scream Queen,
Well,
yeah. Because
yeah.
I know her, I know her from the Evil Dead remake, which I really love. It's directed by the same director of Don't Breathe, si Fede Alvarez, the Spanish
Yeah,
director.
Alvarez.
So and it stars her, and she is so freaking good because
Galing.
she's the star of Evil Dead. Like, I don't know if you guys are a fan of the franchise, no? But
Go.
she basically is the updated version of what's his name from the original Evil Dead.
Mila, am I thinking of the
Her name
right
is
series?
Jane Levy. Yeah,
Okay,
she's really
that.
really good.
Not gamer, sorry. I made an attempt.
Were you gonna say Mila Jovovich?
Yeah, dude, sorry. The actress.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Yeah, so in the original Evil Dead, of course, it's his name Bruce Campbell plays the lead, and then this updated version, naman, it's a lot more violent, to be honest. The original series are a lot medyo bordering on horror comedy. This one's like straight out horror, talaga the Evil Dead remake,
Ooh.
and it's by the same director of Don't Breathe and the same star. So, parang I guess this is his muse, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was probably like, okay, it ain't broke, so let's keep her.
Yeah.
Forever.
She's so good. She's so good in Evil Dead, and she's so good here. Then very different roles, no. So
Wait,
Nico.
So what movie?
yeah.
Sorry, what movie series is Mila Jovovich from? That
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Resident
Damn it.
Evil.
Hindi ako nanonood pero alam ko.
So Nico, no,
Sorry.
as an actor, how do you like we introduced you at the beginning of this episode as being like someone who can really disappear into really different roles.
Yes.
And then as like what we said, no, like Jane Levy, this girl in Don't Breathe, her role here is, even though they're both horror films, this one and Evil Dead, they're so different. The roles are, like almost again polar opposite, no. And Evil Dead, she's possessed. She's like
Ang
she
hirap ng
becomes, like,
possess na role.
I'm sure.
fuck. So have you been?
Hirap.
Have we played someone na possessed already?
Hindi possessed. More of crazy. Tapos
Crazy,
yes.
mali yung atake ko. Kasi I was supposed to go to a mental institute to see how they really act. Because ang hirap kasi na nakikita mo lang sa TV, hindi naman yun yung totoo. Hindi naman ganun yung mga, di ba, yung mga taong may ganung kaso. So I really wanted to go visit a mental institute. Kaya lang hindi ako pinayagan. Meron parang na medical requirement pala para pumasok. So at saka dapat ka mag-anak. So hindi ako nakapasok. So yung atake ko dun sa role, hindi tama, naging mukhang OA. So yun. Pero yung possessed wala pa ako.
I'm sure that takes a lot out of a person to play.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Even
It's physical.
playing
It's very
fear.
physical, din eh.
Mm-mm. And
Oo,
playing
kasi hindi mo
fear,
alam kung umo-OA ka na o tama ba yung ginagawa mo.
Yeah.
Oo. Unless nakakita na siya. Oo.
No
Yun.
thanks. No thanks.
Oo.
Yeah. So we actually ask this question to a lot of people na behind the scenes, no, like directors or writers. Parang, how do you appreciate horror? Kasi parang you know the process behind it. Eh. Alam mo yun, parang you know how dito yung camera, dito ito yung dugo na to, this is
ganyan,
like
move.
corn syrup, tsaka you know what I mean? Pero how do you parang separate yung part niyan sa life mo from being an actor as to being just Wala lang.
An
just
audience.
An audience member. Oh.
Hindi ko iniisip na yung sarili ko as an actor. Ina-appreciate ko yung movie, yung story. Like for example, I will deviate from the movie Don't Breathe. I will go to The Shining. Kasi first time ko siyang natapos. Kasi nung first tinry ko siyang nung panoorin, hindi ko tinapos, natakot ako. Tapos nung natapos ko na-appreciate ko siya, ganun pala yun. Yung psychological effect nun sa akin nung pinapanood ko si Jack Nicholson, alam mo yung mga cast members niya, yung bata, tapos yung black man na nakakakita din, tapos yung asawa si Chevy Duval. Na-appreciate ko lahat, pati yung lahat.
Yeah.
Oo. Ganon din sa Don't Breathe, na-appreciate ko yung one take dun sa pagpasok nila.
Yes.
Na-appreciate ko nung pinatay nung Army vet yung ilaw. Sabi ko, wow!
Yes.
Nagawa nila yun. Paano nila sinut yun? Ayun.
And galing, no? Like cinematography and editing sa this film was so good. It's so fast. Hindi siya fast, sorry. I meant parang
the pace.
It's so it's so deliberate yung choices. Everything was so planned out. Alam mo yun, like grabe.
Storyboard yata no?
Yeah, I really think so. This one is really,
kasi may mga shots na like when he's about to turn off, yung crucial na lock-unlock, parang sumasabay yung camera tapos they're just gonna focus on the fucking hand and then may effect siya. And then even in the rare occasion na gumamit siya ng scare tactic, sakto hindi siya abusado, parang galing ng
horror.
Yes,
timing is everything sa horror.
He's very good with playing you with tension. No? It's not just all parang shock after shock, even though it's a very shocking. Yeah. He's very good with tension. Yung setting up of each scene, setting up of each scare. Especially the start, actually. The whole breaking in, tas nandun na siya sa loob and then they know he's there. They think na napatulog na nila.
Yung long shot from the sky.
Oh,
yung long shot from the sky. Sabi ko,
at the beginning, start?
May naglalakad. Ano yun?
Yeah. really interesting.
So good.
Filmmaker.
I like that you brought up that he's good at playing with tension because I was watching with my friend who doesn't watch horror. Sabi, pinapanood mo naman ako ng horror, di ako nanonood nito. Pero she couldn't stop watching it. And there was this one part where we were yelling when the lights were off. Tapos kinakapa ni Jane Levy.
Yes!
And she almost touches him.
Yung muti ka na hawakan yung army vet. Tapos sumigaw yung friend niya.
Sumigaw kami the whole time. We were just, wag! I haven't done that in a long time with a horror film. Because we've been watching a lot. Pero this one talagang, stop!
Yeah, this is one of the perfect movies to watch with people, no? Hindi siya like that, something like, like when we watched Noroi, na you're like, this isn't something na, your friends will enjoy, or you won't enjoy the experience with watching it with people. Pero ito Don't Breathe talaga. You're like, this is the kind of film where you just grab someone next to you and just like squeeze them like,
I can imagine people just going like that in the theater.
It's very good experience.
Maganda siguro siya kung nasa sinehan ko.
Exactly. Cinema movie siya. As in, sisigaw yung audience ang sabay-sabay. Sayang talaga.
Ay nako, patay na.
Sayang talaga.
Imagine that scene nga na he turns off the light, no? And then the scene is just all black. And then,
Ako yung sa sinehan siguro kung nanonood, ako yung sisigaw tapos may tatawa. Kasi ako yung unang sumigaw, wala pa naman.
Wala sa timing yung sigaw.
Wala. Tatawan. Sumigaw na siya.
I love it. It was so good.
So good.
And so surprising.
Pero do you guys prefer these kinds of films? Horror films, sorry, na not supernatural but real people. Parang ikaw, Miguel. Yeah.
Ako na-appreciate ko siya. Kasi parang it plays with your mind nga, not with your eyes. So, yun yung nakakatakot na part. Parang it's all in the mind.
Yeah.
Same. I appreciated it because there were parts yung manonood ka lang, tapos biglang, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yung linabas na yung turkey baster ba yun? Basta yung,
Okay, so
yung
I guess we're gonna go into that scene. I think this scene needs a proper introduction, Miguel. Why don't you give us an introduction?
All right, so
this is the big twist of the
yeah, this is the dark twist. So up until this part, you're rooting for the old man because he's the victim. He's the victim here. Para he's a guy who lost, so he's in grief, namatay anak niya, and these home invaders are taking advantage of his status
Handicap,
as handicap and status as like a lonely old man na mag-isa lang na sa bahay in a neighborhood na wala masyadong nakatira. So because the old man proves to be capable in hunting them down, they make it down to the basement. Parang that's their way out. The basement is so dark and kinakapalang nila and it's dim, and then out of nowhere there's another girl in the basement na who's all tied up. Like parang she's trussed up like a turkey. And then it's revealed. And
I like how you used the turkey reference.
Yep.
And then it's revealed na she's the girl who ran over the man's daughter. So, okay, this guy really, parang revenge talaga. Parang,
revenge.
And then, ato yung time na, oh shit, sakto yung revenge niya. Parang you took my daughter away, I'll kidnap your daughter. But this old man, the blind man, now becomes the antagonist because it's revealed na he wants to impregnate this woman.
He impregnated her.
He impregnated this woman so that this woman can give him a daughter, the daughter that she took away. So may layers of revenge na this guy thinks is entitled to him. But for us, like parang, whoa, dude, medyo sobra ka. Yeah.
And he says
hindi raw siya rapist.
Yes, that's the
one. That's the one.
So meron siyang line na hindi siya rapist. Meron siyang hugas kamay na hindi ako rapist. Then he takes out this fucking giant turkey baster and then takes his semen out of the freezer and then threatens to do the same thing to our female now protagonist.
Si Jane Levy.
Why he says that he's not the rapist.
He straight up was gonna do it.
Yeah. He was going, sorry. Yeah. He was going to do it.
Winarat na nga eh.
Oo. Binutasan na yung pants eh. Tapos parang sinabit na siya in such a way na wala siya magagawa.
Wala.
And then, but the thing is, what's so ironic about it? Well, it's not ironic, but he says, "I'm not a rapist." He raped the girl. I mean, even though he didn't
sexual assault.
That's
putting that thing inside.
Exactly.
Because he said, "I didn't force myself on her."
Yeah,
whatever,
he forced the turkey baster.
I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman. Oh my
Which makes him a kind of great antagonist. You know how the best antagonist or the best kontrabida is the one who doesn't believe he's the kontrabida. Para
may prinsipyo ako eh.
kala niya nasa lugar siya, kala niya tama siya. So yun ang pinaglalaban niya. Galing na. Actually, it's a really good movie.
But that
so good.
scene, dude, scene was so uncomfortable. It's like, ang daming close-ups sa semen. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't need to see this so many times in slow-mo. Yung turkey baster is like dripping in slow-mo.
Yun yung horror part.
Yeah, supreme horror. Like, it's just so bad. And then another spoiler is when she finally gets free and she fucking shoves it in his throat. And he starts choking on his own semen.
Yeah.
I actually gagged when she did
Yeah.
and then I felt lumuha ako ng konti. Because I was just like, oh, that's so bad.
Una kala ko sa mata pa eh. Parang, oh fuck, she's gonna stab him and die. No, pinakain lang sa kanya yung sarili niya.
It's so fucked up.
We're laughing, but it's...
God, that scene, everything about that scene, it's just so uncomfortable to watch.
It's so bad.
It really changes how you watch the movie, It's just like, what the?
Yeah.
Did that just happen?
Yeah.
No. Yung roommate ko pa, he's seen the movie. So, tahimik lang siya. He really didn't want to spoil it. So, in the beginning, when we were both like, these kids deserve it. These kids deserve it. Naglilinis lang siya.
Galing. Good on him. Hindi siya na
no
nanood lang kayo.
spoilers at all.
Yeah.
But then, to go back, sorry, go Aaron.
Go ahead. No.
I was just going back to the craft. Ang daming misdirection, ang daming foreshadowing, ang daming setup na very clever talaga eh. Like, at saka, kanyari nakatakas ka nga dun sa, at many points, nakatakas sila from the old army vet. Pucha, may aso pa.
Aso! Pumasok dun sa vent.
And that was so good, that scene when she's out na, and you're she's out, and you're like, teka, may 20 minutes pa. She's out in the daylight, and then she turns around, sees him, she's like, you're useless in the daylight. Tapos biglang yung aso tumakbo. You're like, oh fuck. So
that was
good.
insane. I'm also appreciative that they didn't kill the dog. I don't like it when movies kill dogs.
Nilagay nila sa trunk. Kinulang nila dog.
Okay na yan.
Parang feeling that whole sequence was parang homage to Cujo.
Ayun din yung naramdaman ko.
Ano yun?
Cujo.
Sorry. Explain
Cujo, the dog.
Stephen King.
Okay.
Because someone's trapped in a car and the dog is trying to break in.
Gets.
Yeah,
Parang blind guy ang bilis gumalaw nung mama.
I know.
Army vet daw siya eh.
Tsaka, sobrang kabisado
Nakuha niya yung daughter, yung bumangga sa anak niya eh. Bulag ka, pero nakuha mo siya, nakidnap mo siya.
Parang Daredevil in the few. Parang pag tumanda si Daredevil siya to.
Siya yun.
Insane.
That scene, I forgot to talk about that scene na parang when what's his name? The lead guy.
Stephen Lang.
No, the other one of the kid. Logan, yeah. When he tries to go back for Mia. What was her
Amy?
name?
Is it
Amy?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and then like he doesn't know na si Stephen Lang is up, and then in the hallway, and then suddenly you see Stephen Lang appears at the hallway.
Rocky pala,
and he
guys,
flattens himself against
Yeah.
That was really effective, yung scene na yun. And then si Stephen Lang's like sniffing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just parang siyang he's like a predatory animal.
I know.
Galing
our producer chimed in. The girl's name, how could we forget the girl's name? It's Rocky. It's Rocky.
Name is Rocky.
Right.
She's named Mia in The Evil Dead. That's why I was confused. But yeah, Rocky.
I'm Amy.
And I love that part where you just think that the lead guy is dead because he stabs him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Parang wala na, patay na siya.
Final girl na. Pero dito pala.
I know. It was so good. I like it.
Na-stab pala niya yung kung ano yung katabi niya doon.
Si Fred.
Yun yung isang guy, yung unang pinatay. Yun
Si Money. His name's
Si Money. Yeah.
They killed Money.
But sorry, I have a question pala. Remember when he disposes of the first girl who was trapped?
Si Baby.
Parang ano yun? Parang binuhusan lang niya ng
Cement?
in the basement. Parang semento ba yun? Or acid? Hindi naman siguro acid.
No, I
Parang
think it's a cement lang talaga. Para
to just hide the body.
Walang evidence, di ba?
Yeah. My God.
Just in case.
So when the cops arrive, and then part the cops arrive,
I'm sure he cleaned up. He cleaned up too, somehow.
But like the suspension system, like
maybe they thought that he was some kinky old man.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yung semen sa loob ng ref, hindi nila chinek. Ano bang klase ng polis sila?
Mas dami yung gatas.
Gatas, inamoy, tapos tinikman. Pwede.
Shit.
Such a fucked up movie.
So fucked up.
But I like it.
Yeah, I always love it when a guest chooses something you guys haven't seen because I have more fun watching your reactions.
For people na haven't seen the movie, you know a lot.
No, now lang.
Naparoon nila kanina. But usually, sometimes kasi a guest will choose something na we've all seen na tapos rewatch it. So this is the first time that they watch
in
it.
a while.
Okay. Yeah. So yung kanina nyo lang napanood, parang recent yun lang napanood.
Okay.
Kanina.
Today,
Masaya.
Kaya nga
fresh pa. Sobrang fresh pa yung ano.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it so much.
It's so good. Yeah, so that's fictional horror. Usually we come to yung part ng podcast where we like to talk about real life horror. So Nico, how has your life been since the
pandemic,
which is the worst horror of all?
Oo nga. nung mga first few months ng pandemic, I was just chilling inside my condo with my family. Kasi nga, sabi ko, ako kasi I'm a health buff, so I always work out. Sabi ko, for the first time siguro, I want to feel na I want to be lazy. So, yun nga, medyo lumaki ako. Then, sabi nila, there's this project na na-postpone, na March supposedly last year, na-postpone because of the pandemic, na itutuloy nila raw. I can't say it because I signed a confidentiality agreement. But, yun nga, sabi nila, yung katawan ko noon, medyo buff ako noon. So, I had to regain my, nag-workout ako. I started, like, jogging lang ako sa subdivision ng mom ko, ganyan. Kahit na, nakamask. Tapos eventually, ang hirap talaga ng nag-jogging na nakamask. Sobrang wala naman masyadong tao sa subdivision ng mom. So, nagtatanggal ako ng mask pag nagja-jogging ako. Yun. So, yun ang life ko ng pandemic. Wala. Very normal lang naman.
Okay. Alright. So, not so bad.
Not so bad. Kasi kami, drug kami.
Ay, sorry. sorry.
No, just kidding. Yeah, but no, I mean, we dealt with shit also, yeah.
Yeah.
Ito yung coping mechanism namin is this podcast and watching horror films.
Nabuo to nung
pandemic. When nung pandemic?
June, actually.
Oh, okay.
So when we get the vaccine, guys, that will be our 1 year. Congratulations. Double celebration.
Congrats. Advance.
Look at us acting as if we'll get it so soon.
I know. We'll probably get it June next year.
Ay, wag naman. Election na. Natapos mo na yung election, wala pa rin tayong vaccine.
Alam mo, yung election is working for us kasi walang gustong mapahiya eh. Parang lahat sila, shit, we have to deliver the vaccine ko hindi tayo bobotohin. So, in some way, that election is working for us. May pressure on them.
Yeah, to do something. Damn. I'm so jealous because I have friends that already have had the
abroad.
vaccines.
Both my sisters, abroad.
In the States.
They're doctors, yeah.
They're doctors, so that's why they have tapos na sila.
How do they feel after taking two doses na?
2 doses na. They definitely had a lot of side effects. No?
They
slight
felt sick.
fever, very bad headache, especially after the second dose, apparently.
So to be clear, that's the extent of a side effect. Kasi diba, there may mga irresponsible news items na there's death, but those are old. Like, I mean, those are old people already who were already frail anyway.
So that whole report, what country was that from?
Norway.
Norway,
It was, most of them were from home, so they were very, very old and frail. So the review is they died because of the complications of
hindi na dapat sila binaccinate.
Yeah, so their body couldn't handle the fever that comes with it or the headache.
But if you're a relatively healthy, kahit senior
it's
citizen,
absolutely. I mean, like, I want to be like super responsible and saying it. And my sisters are always saying, if you get the chance to get the vaccine, just get it. It's really, it's all safe. It's better than getting COVID.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one has gotten COVID from the vaccine. No one has died of the vaccine technically. I mean, aside from that Norway thing, has died as an exact result of any of the vaccines actually.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Yeah, I'm jumping. The first chance I get it, I'm gonna get it.
Basta hindi Chinese or India.
Not my thing. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Kasi vaccine in general, pero not the Chinese one or the Russian one or the Indian one.
To each his own, pero ako no thanks.
Same.
Yeah. So Nico, how's your so you have the project that you're coming up with, no? But yung productivity mo since the pandemic, has that gone down? We've had a lot of people online who are in the same field, no, actors, directors. They've all felt yung sting ng projects na nag-minimize because of the pandemic. How is that for you naman?
Kasi meron akong nakasalang na teleserye na postpone lang, hindi naman na-cancel, parang na-delay lang because of the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Then nag-meet up uli kami via Zoom nung May, natutuloy talaga na-greenlit na kasi ng ABS management. Mm-hmm. So tuloy na talaga. Tapos yun nga, yung Ang Sayo'y Akin with Iza, with Jody and Sam. So yun, tapos na kami. Kakatapos na lang ng last lock-in taping namin nung Feb 9.
Nice.
So,
gano'ng katagal?
How are long the lock-ins?
Yung first lock-in, supposedly 3 weeks. But then, ako, nagkaroon ako ng sore throat. So, nung may checklist, ako naman si tanga, ayoko magsinungaling. Yines ko yung sore throat. Yes. Pinaalis ako. Doon ko naramdaman yung discrimination na parang, baka may may COVID to, ganun. Eh tapos nung pinatest naman ako, wala. Tapos nagtuloy pa rin yung taping. After 3 days, si Sam naman ang nagkaroon ng complication naman. Tapos nung nag-stop taping na. Second lock-in taping, si Sam ulit ang naging dahilan ng stop taping.
Damn.
Yung third, fourth, fifth, wala na. Okay na. Kasi 2 weeks na lang yung lock-in taping, hindi na 3. Hindi nila kaya eh. Hindi kaya ng katawan, ng mental health. Hindi kaya.
Right.
So, yung isang buwan na lock-in taping, good luck dun sa mga one month lock-in taping. Hindi kaya.
Crazy.
Pero have you learned any new skills? Or, because a lot of people biglang ang daming time to do stuff.
I tried I tinkering with the iMovie. Kasi dati,
nice editing.
Naaliw ako. Sabi ko, video ako ng sarili ko. I started with I have this YouTube channel pero parang testing site lang siya. Parang ininano ko yung mga pairs ko of Jordan 11.
Shit.
Mga Jordan 11. Ganun lang. Ganun. Tapos, edit. Sabi, galing pala nito. Shit. Ang galing ko na mag-edit. Ganun. Ayun. Tapos, naglalapat ako ng music. Although, wala akong copyright dun sa mga music na nilagay ko. Sabi ko, ginagawa naman ng iba. Kasi I'm presenting rubber shoes, Jordan 11, tapos ang gagamitin ko yung generic na Apple na background music. Sabi ko, hip-hop na lang, na instrumental.
Right.
So, yun lang. Yun.
Nice.
Tapos, nag-harmonica ako. My son, my firstborn, got a harmonica from my wife's relative. Sabi niya, hindi niya trip. Ako, nag-play ng harmonica. Tinry ko lang yung Alanis Morissette na
of course.
Ganun lang. Ganun lang ako. Ayun, nakakaaliw pala yung harmonica.
Yeah.
May kindred spirit pala ako dito. So, ano yung favorite mo na Jordan 11?
Sa Jordan 11 ko, dalawa. Yung Pantone, yung sky blue,
Sky blue,
yung ultimate gift of light, tapos yung Win Like 96 kasi it's color red.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Titan, ka ba? Member?
Yes. Tapos tinanggal nila. Di ba tinanggal na nila yung membership, di ba? Parang yung coin na gano'n, wala na. Wala rin naman silbi bumili ng rubber shoes ngayon. Parang di ko rin magagamit.
Saan kayo pupunta?
Ayun na nga.
That's what my wife says. Pero,
kaya nag-ship ako sa video game.
Yes.
Kasi nasa bahay lang ako. Lalaro na lang ako.
Oo nga. Have you always been prone to Switch or were you a different console person before?
I started with family computer. Lahat naman tayo family computer.
Of course.
Pero hindi ngayong parang recently mas naging collector ako kaysa gamer ako.
Sure.
Okay.
Kasi na-realize ko yung mga video games na yan, eventually nagma-mark up yung price niya.
Oh, really?
Mas nagmamahal. There's this one game, it's called Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
Okay.
Yung simple na standard edition niya, ang presyo niya nagsimula $30, so it's like 1,500 pesos. Ngayon, nasa 15,000 na siya.
What?
Sabi ko, may pera sa video games. Hindi naniniwala yung wife ko. Nung nag-start yung pandemic, di ba nauso yung Animal Crossing na Switch?
Yep.
Nakumukuha ko 20,000, tapos bibenta ko ng 30. May bumibili. Sabi ng wife ko, may bumili. Galing ko, di ba?
Shit.
Yeah.
Kaya yung PS5 ngayon, yung mga nagbebenta ng 55, alam ko na yan, dinaanan ko na yan.
It's true. The Nintendo Switch, I remember kasi nung start of the pandemic, nag-sold out.
It's sold out.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Buti na lang I got mine like months before. Kasi it was impossible to get a Switch. Nung like March, April.
Parang bisikleta.
Parang bisikleta.
Buti nakakuha rin ako ng bisikleta 2018. Ang mahal. Yung Brompton ngayon, nasa 100, 120 na pala ata.
Kalokohan. Parang stocks,
magkano
tumaas din
nakuha ko
yung
doon?
presyo.
80?
Yeah, exactly. Tumaas din yung presyo.
Grabe.
Pogi yung Brompton.
Alam mo, bro, nung nakita ko siya, ganda nito, magkano to? Ano ho yan? Yung isa yung M6L, yung paganon na bar. Ano ho yan? 89. Putang ina, 89,000 na paganon ako. Pero 1 week, hindi ako mapakali. Shit, ba't nasa isip ko yung Brompton? Sabi ko ganyan. Mahal siya. Pero bakit nasa isip ko siya? After a week, I gave up. Sabi ko, babe, pautang. Bibili ko na yung Brompton. Binili ko na. Sulit. worth
Ganda.
the investment. Sobra.
Nice, nice. Yeah, si Quark, Brompton din si Quark. He's got
Sobrang
Simula.
sulit.
Nagsimula,
Ngayon, gravel
gravel
na.
na siya.
Ganun.
Oo.
Because nga, you go up sa Antipolo,
Yeah.
di ba? Hindi kaya ng
Yeah.
Brompton yun.
Hindi
Masyado
kaya.
maliit. Oo.
Oo.
Ito si Aaron, bibili na rin yan ng Brompton. I can sense it.
With
If you
what?
have if you have a car, tapos may mga sobrang short na distances lang naman na pupuntahan, you can use a Brompton. Sobrang sulit. You can go in the supermarket. I bring my Brompton sa supermarket. Yung mga tao nakatingin. Gumaganon. Parang looker siya talaga eh. Tapos pag grocery, pag may utos yung wife ko, malapit lang, I use my bike instead of my car kasi nga traffic na rin.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, parang walang pandemic actually. When I've been going out, it's traffic. And on Friday nights, wala na. It's the same.
It's the same. It's the same. Absolutely the same. Nag-estansya nga ako kanina. Like everywhere you look, puno yung restaurants.
Oh,
My God.
man.
Wala
That's
na.
not cool.
Not cool. No thanks.
Well,
Not
what
for
can we
me.
do? Yeah.
Sa June na lang. Sa June or July. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Ayun. Okay, guys. So you wanna circle back to Don't Breathe?
Okay, let's do it.
Before let's do our quick recap and wrap up of Don't Breathe.
Or we can talk a little bit about the trivia, the stuff that we don't really know about.
I love
ganon?
this. I love it.
Yeah.
Hindi ko rin
Hanapin.
interested
Who pulled
din ako.
up?
Hindi ko
Who
alam
pulled
pa.
up some trivia? Aaron or Miguel?
PV.
Go Aaron.
PV
PV
did.
sent us.
TV
Our
did.
producer PV has some trivia for us.
Yes. So apparently, Stephen Lang wore contact lenses that greatly restricted his vision in low light. So the other actors in the scene taking place in the dark wore lenses that made them look like they had dilated pupils but also greatly restricted their vision. So they really went for it na everyone
Wala
was
sila saan
practically...
makakita.
Oo, everyone
So
was
yung
practically-
kumakapa yung si Jane Levy, hindi niya
Totoo.
talaga nakikita.
I
Kaya
guess.
parang natural talaga na parang yung pag yung pag gano'n niya sa dilim, yung nanginginig, parang okay.
Nakakatakot. I love that. What else pa? The film's budget was less than $10 million and it's
But this made a lot, right? This was a
Oh.
massive hit.
over
Super-
140 million.
Yeah.
Damn,
Sobra.
yeah. Makes sense.
Galing. Yeah.
Alam ko, this was a massive hit.
I'm surprised
Alam mo,
the
no?
sequel
Nakakaingit, 10 million, parang ang liit lang ng budget. Para sa atin, ang laki na nun kung
Ang
ginawa
laki
Oo
natin.
nga
din
eh.
ng major production. What is that? That's 500 million pesos.
Oo. Pwede na tayong gumawa ng ilang nun, General Luna, mga gano'n. Grabe.
So the combination to the safe is 2978, which is the birthday of director Fede Alvarez.
Oh.
Feb
But-
9, 1978.
I'm interested in the work of Fede Alvarez. What else has he done aside from
Evil Dead.
You know, I mean,
Yung,
aside from that.
yung sequel, hindi na raw siya magdedirect.
Ay,
Oh,
bakit?
Yung writer na raw. Nakalagay sa wiki.
Ah.
Okay. Siya pala yung Girl in the Spider Web, yung parang sequel ng
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pero iba
Talaga?
na
She's good.
Yung US version. Siya yun.
parang ata yung sequel kasi iba na
Ito
hindi
yung
na si-
sequel, yeah. Hindi na si Fincher gumawa.
even the actors are different, hindi na si
Yeah. Daniel Craig.
Yeah, or even the girl, what's her name? Mara.
Si Rooney Mara.
Yeah,
Rooney
Mara.
Mara.
Yeah, it's Claire Foy actually, the girl who played the Queen.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So you guys were right. The movie plays homage to several classic horror suspense movies from previous decades. Two of the
Okay.
most striking are Cujo,
Mm-hmm.
Silence of the Lambs.
What
and-
part?
Oh, I guess breaking into the house, diba? Sa end. Kasi like, there's that whole sequence, Silence of the Lambs, na in Night Vision.
Yes, exactly.
This is so gross. So PV highlighted this. Ugh.
I'm ready.
The hair accompanying the contents of the turkey baster was Alvarez's
God.
idea. He said he cut it from the assistant director's head, planted it there, and felt it added to the realism. Oh,
Wait, kulot. I don't remember this.
I remember
kulot
the
ba
hair.
Yung hair. Is
I-
it supposed to be pubic hair?
It was short, eh. So they showed it when he was
That's
putting it in the turkey
disgusting.
baster, and
Holy
it was
crap.
the shot was the bottom of the glass, and then like a hair
Oh,
falls into the glass.
Oh,
That's so gross.
so gross, dude.
But
Ito yung gusto
effective.
kong balikan if ever I watch the movie. Apparently, throughout the movie, when they pan around the house, parang may mga areas daw na mukhang pinagsabitan ng cross na tinanggal. Which is kind of cool because later on, the antagonist, he gives a speech about, accepting that there is no God. So parang at a certain point, may loss of faith pa doon.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That's cool. So he lost his faith because of his daughter's death.
Yeah. My favorite thing is also the dog was played by 3 dogs. Oh.
Yeah. Cute.
You know what we haven't talked about? The fact that there's so little dialogue in this film. Like
Yes.
so little dialogue.
Even
That's true.
Stephen Lang has 13 lines lang. Yeah. And
13 lines?
And towards the end pa. Yeah.
I'll believe it, yeah. Sa start nga, akala ko he was supposed to be like mute or something.
Yeah.
Isang baba pala ng boses.
This script siguro, the script siguro was just like 30 pages of description.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Or diretso storyboard. Diretso storyboard. Yeah, galing.
So good.
That's so good. I think it adds a lot then to the whole tension.
Yeah.
No one's fucking talking. They're all just like scared and cowering.
Yung mata lang yung umaarte. Like nung tinakbo nung
Maganda.
nakatakip lang yung mata lang. Ganun.
Was that the grossest part ng trivia? Or is there something?
Yes. I mean, what can get
I'm
grosser
glad.
than that? That's it.
I don't know.
That's it.
I'm glad.
Oh.
That scene is something else. I'm sure that scene actually, I'm sure that was a controversial scene. It has to be, no?
Yeah.
It has to be. Kasi yun nga, it's very rapey. But I mean, like, it's yung power of the man over a woman, bound and stuff, and then talking about rape, and then, oh, God.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yun na yung pinaka-horror ng real life yung rape itself. More than killing.
Yeah, because that's like probably the worst thing you can do to someone, no?
Yeah.
Aside from killing, I mean, like maybe even more than killing. It's just a violation of your not just physical violation, but your free will about not being able to do anything or anyway, I don't know.
So the contents of the turkey baster.
Dear
Director
God. See, sabi ko
Alvarez
sa iyo
said-
I knew there's something grosser. Okay.
No, it's just the same thing they use in porn films yata.
Yeah.
Galing.
Wait,
galing.
They don't use the real thing in porn films.
Siguro in pornos, baka sadya. Let me look.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I don't know because I don't watch porn, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No, sorry. Sorry, hindi pala porno. Sorry, X-rated cinema. So,
Hindi pareho lang
I
yun,
mean,
di ba?
thin line. Oo nga eh. Thin line.
Pinaganda mo lang eh.
Hindi, yung porno siguro totoo nga eh.
Damn.
Pa-edit na lang yun.
No, let's keep that in. yan yung ad natin for this episode, Miguel. Is you talking about semen.
Which or porno, which I know nothing about.
Ako naririnig ko lang din yan.
Oo nga eh.
Ako, I watch it every day.
Ganda. Only Aaron can make that joke lang talaga.
Yeah, I know.
All the time. Mga
And we're
3
like,
times a day.
yeah.
It's my ambient noise when I go to sleep.
Yeah, sometimes when Aaron shares screen on our Zoom, she forgets to close the tabs.
Yeah.
It's ang dami talaga.
It's a lot. And a diverse
Parang
options.
yung reporter sa GMA.
Bakit?
Nag-tweet siya.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, nakita ko yun.
What did he
yeah.
tweet?
His Twitter was open.
Oh, no.
During a live broadcast, diba? His Twitter was open.
Nag-selfie siya. Tapos
selfie
yung dun sa background ng laptop niya, basta yun na yun.
Twitter porn. It was Twitter porn.
At hindi siya normal, it's a LGBT porn.
Fun.
Kasi on Twitter, they really allow porn, basically on Twitter.
Talaga? Sorry.
Talaga?
Yeah.
Dami kong naririnig.
Pero they make it parang sensitive content or something like that. So you have to click it and then, yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we know this? I don't know. Why is this important?
I don't
It's
know.
not.
Wow. This is the result of talking about a horror film.
Yes,
Don't
exactly.
breathe. We end up talking about porn on Twitter.
Yeah.
This is the natural progression ng discussion.
Ganun talaga.
Don't
I mean,
breathe.
duh.
Na ang galing siya, dami nagpapatay mali. Parang, oo nga eh, narinig ko lang eh. Si Aaron lang nagkukwento.
So anyway, let's go back.
Okay.
I think we've come to the point in the podcast where we can actually give our
Final word.
word on
Five
the
snaps.
movie. Yeah.
5 snaps.
Out of 5. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Wala kaming rating system. We just, love it or hate.
I give it 5 Miguels.
Five screams.
So yeah,
Anyway,
I'll start.
go,
Yeah,
please.
go ahead.
So yeah, my last word on Don't Breathe. I really love it. I really love the trope kasi ng home invasion. I love the twist that they did with this film was to make it a reverse home invasion. It's the person who it's the homeowner who is the scary one and not the people breaking in.
Yeah.
I thought that was really, really brilliant. New acting again is fantastic. See Jane Levy as the main character, Rocky. I think she was amazing. See Stephen Lang, of course. What a really, really good antagonist. The big twist is what takes you out of the whole movie. So if you're watching this, you're either gonna love it or hate that twist. It's hard. It's a big one. But so I really love the movie. I love Fede Alvarez because I really loved Evil Dead, his remake. Actually, sorry, before I go, I forgot to say this. So he got a lot of flack for Evil Dead, even though I really love it, because it was a remake, number one, and it has a lot of it's supernatural,
Right.
and again, it's based on a property. So he did this pala because as a reaction to Evil Dead, he wanted to do something that's original with zero supernatural elements, and just in the same genre. So I loved actually yung 1-2 punch of Evil Dead, and then this one 2 years later, actually. 2 really, really good movies. So yeah, so I also recommend his first one, Evil Dead.
I'm googling Evil Dead so wala akong alam.
Yeah,
Go on.
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
But that's me. I love the film.
Okay.
Big fan.
Cool.
Who's going next?
Me. So
Okay.
I actually also was pleasantly surprised by the film. I really enjoyed it, especially watching it with someone who doesn't like horror movies. It was so much fun. And I love, yun nga, we talked about the twists because I love revenge stories. I love them. I love when people are able to get revenge. But when this one just went a little over the top, I also enjoyed that na parang, whoa, relax. So, yeah.
Okay ka na sana eh. Sakto na sana.
Parang okay na eh. Whoa. Relax. So there, that's my 2 cents on the movie.
Anakan mo pa
Miguel?
siya with a turkey baster. Okay. Ako naman. So, I came into this movie ignorant of the pedigree of the director or, anything about this movie. I had no clue. Which is always the best thing to do naman when you go into a movie, especially like this. And I really enjoyed it. Galing ng acting. To be, tsaka ang galing din nung, I was namangha ako at how well it was made. Like how it was written and how it was created. Like parang all those shots, walang tapon. Everything just really built the suspense or set up for something. And then parang emotionally it parang tama yung pacing niya. Parang, you get relief, nakataka sila. Pero putang ina, may aso pa. Or parang, or parang, oh shit, buhay pa yung guy. Parang yung mga ganong klase. So that's great. All those little twists, turns, parang makes it really good. It's super enjoyable until you find out the big reveal. Everything, even the denouement, nung nakatakas na, whatever, parang galing pa nung pagkabalik ng storya. So I really enjoyed it. And what was I going to say about this? Crap. I forgot. But and then all the actors were good. And it made me feel sad that I didn't see this in a cinema.
Yeah.
This was totally a cinema
Yeah.
movie. But I was thinking, actually, I had no opportunity because this was a pre-COVID movie naman eh. So, I just missed out because I don't watch horror films. But I wish I had seen this in the cinema.
Na mag-isa.
Oo.
Hindi ko kaya mag-isa.
Wala, sino sisigawan mo? Ha!
Wala kasi sisihin na, ikaw kasi! Ako yung nanood eh. Nagbayad ako eh.
Or parang, or masisira mo yung shirt nung katabi mong hindi mo kilala. Parang, sorry.
Anyway,
Thank
so Nico, what's your final words?
Okay, my final words are, I like the acting. Okay yung sobra acting kasi very convincing. I also appreciated the cinematography, yung entrada, like yung zoom from the far, parang gumamit sila ng, what's that? Yung,
crane.
What's that? No, was it a crane?
I don't know.
Crane ba siya? Or anong tawag dun sa bagong mechanism ngayon na lumilipad?
Drone?
Drone?
Mhm.
It's either a drone or a
Possible,
crane.
yeah. Actually, it could probably be a drone. I'll have to watch it again.
Tapos yung ilaw, yung mood nung loob ng nung bahay, yung ilaw sa labas, nakita mo yung na-appreciate kasi gusto kong matuto rin mag-cinematography. I studied
nice.
with Jay Abelio. Tapos yung pala may mga iba-iba palang ibig sabihin yung mga kulay na mga ganyan, mga shadow ganyan. Tapos yung one take, appreciate ko yung one take sobra. Tapos yung pinatay yung ilaw, na-appreciate ko din yun. Ganyan.
Yes.
Ang hindi ko lang na-appreciate talaga, paano niya nadala yung babae doon sa sa basement na yun. Yung talaga pet peeve ko talaga yun. Sobrang, sabi ko, paano niya nagawa yun? Ang galing naman niya. Yun lang. Pero other than that, okay siya.
Yeah. Legit.
Love it. Okay, so I think we'll wrap up now. So Nico, I just want to say thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
not only coming on, but for choosing this film.
Yeah.
Kasi
Exactly.
Everyone enjoyed it.
Is there something you're working on that you'd like to
yes.
promote? Yes.
I just finished it, pero it's still ongoing until March. It's ang Sayo'y Akin. It's still being shown sa ABS-CBN Kapamilya channel, as well as A to Z Channel 11, and ayun sa Kapamilya Online sa YouTube ganyan. So you can watch it ang Sayo'y Akin with Jody Santa Maria, with Pisa Calzado, Sam Melby, and Miss Maricel Soriano. Ayun.
Nice.
Nice.
Are we wait before you go? I why am I asking this at the last minute? No. This should be one of the first questions we ask.
Go for it.
Like, do you want to do any horror films in the future?
Oo. I did once with Topel Lee. It's called Amorosa.
Ooh.
Kaya lang, parang I felt stupid. Parang merong yung death scene ko, makikita raw akong multo, tapos sisigaw ako, sa totoong buhay, pag nakakita ka ng multo, hindi ka sisigaw. Mapipris ka. So yung first take ko, nung nakita ko yung multo, cut, sabi ni Direk Topel, Nico, sumigaw ka daw. Sabi ng AD, Nico, sabi ni Direk, sumigaw ka daw. Okay. So, doon ako na, I felt stupid na parang, kailangan pala sumigaw. Kasi ako, in real life, puta, pag nakakita ko multo, puta, hindi ako makasigaw. Putang ina, talaga, Kasi you don't want to mess up that spirit na makita ka, na alam mo nakikita mo siya. Yun. Pero nakagawa na ako, pero sana makagawa ako na tsaka Ilawood, pero hindi naman ako yung
Ilawood, of course.
Ang ganda ng Ilawood.
Yeah.
Napag-usapan niyo na ba yun?
Di ba?
No, pero we had
panalo.
si Dan on the show.
Yeah.
Ang ganda ng pagkakagawa ng Ilawood. Gusto ko siya. Yun
And
lang.
Yvette, the writer.
One of the local movies na horror movies na sobrang okay. Psychological din.
Yeah.
So yun.
Absolutely.
Yun dalawa lang na horror na nagawa ko. Pero yung main cast ako na horror, hindi pa. Never. Pero I want to.
You want to.
Pwede na magpahabol, sorry, ng question. Ay,
Yeah,
parang
yes, of course.
weird na kung kailan pa tayo nag-wrap up. By the way.
Yeah,
It's okay,
sorry.
it's okay.
So, it feels like, babalik tayo sa, like, it feels like you're very dedicated to your roles and to your craft. May time ba na after shooting or after lumabas na yung pelikula, parang how often do you look back and say, dapat yata iba yung atake ko doon or something? Is that...
Maraming beses. Marami. Parang, shit, mali. I always tell my mom na parang, I could have done better. Yeah, you should. Dapat ginawa mo nung nandun ka pa.
Yes.
So, yun pa iniisip. Pero yun nga. Pero kasi the director cuts it. Then I ask him, okay na po ba, direct? Okay na, Nico. Okay na siya. So, sino ba ako? Actor lang ako. He sees the scene better.
Yeah.
He's on the monitor all the time. So, okay po, direct. Pero ako kasi personally, I feel na parang, I could have done better.
Sure.
Pero, I have to trust the director because he's the director. So
Have you
We are
asked
always
for...
our worst critics.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, I'm sure anybody who creates something for a living, parang...
Inherently hates themselves.
I've got like I've done a shoot, a photo shoot, di ko I'm a photographer, parang, and then like 2 months later, parang, damn, mali yung ano ko doon. Parang 2 months later, like magigising, parang, mali yata yung
Buti ka pa 2 months later. Ako, I'm literally
A year?
like minutes later, like, why the fuck did I submit that? Like, but
you've never asked for direct isa pang take. May ganun ba? Ginagawa ba yun dito?
Kung close ako dun sa director, nakikiusap ako, pwede pa po bang isang kasi pag hindi ka close, nakakahiya. Hindi naman ako big star na parang hindi ako, I mean, I value my work, I value my yung role, pero syempre nakakahiyang humingi kasi nga nasa lock-in taping kami.
Yes.
So, sobrang constricted yung time
Yung
na
time.
meron kami. So, kung okay sa kanya, wala na ako magawa. Pero kung pagbibigyan ako, nanghihingi pa ako isang take.
Nice.
Pwede pa po ba isa?
Nice.
Nice, very good. Siguro yung crew parang, uwi na kami.
Tama na yan. Yung hirit na, pwede na yan, pang Hollywood yan. Oscar na yan, Oscar.
May
Ganun.
gumagano.
Gusto ko yung whenever like yung obviously like yung crew wants to go home.
Ganda.
And then like may take na, tapos bilang pag natapos yung take, everyone's like, oh, kaya galing. Yun na yun, guys. Wow. I'm the one. That's the one.
Papanoorin ko to.
Papanoorin ko to.
Okay yun. Uwi na sila. Alam mo na.
Yeah.
Okay. Yun lang. Thanks for letting
Hindi naman kayo yung makikita sa camera. Ako eh.
Alright. Thanks for our answering our pahabol question.
You're welcome.
Questions. I really want to see you in horror.
Same.
I want to see. Yeah, absolutely. I think you'd kill it. Sana you do get more horror stuff in the future. I'd love to see that.
Thanks so much.
Ay, no problem. It's an honor for me to be here. Like I said to Chris, parang hindi kasi ako every time nakikipag-usap ng horror. So this is parang a refreshing thing for me.
What does that feel
something
like?
different.
Not talking about horror.
Being a
Kasi
normal
I
person.
usually talk about comedy stuff ngayon. Kasi pag horror parang nasi-stress out ako.
Same.
Pero itong podcast naman parang saya lang naman eh. So
Kuntuan lang.
That's what we hope kasi parang just we're out to prove na parang horror is really for everyone. You can really everyone can find something that they really enjoy in horror without being parang thinking na horror is just ganun lang yung horror. You know, it's Freddy Krueger, it's Jason, or it's Friday the 13th. There's so much to talk about it. And that's really what I find so much fun. It's the last few weeks on this podcast na just talking to people na sobrang iba yung definition nila of horror or like people who actually aren't fans of the genre but really love a certain movie. Alam mo, it's really interesting eh. So it's been so much fun. And so much fun to hear from you then, Nico. So thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.
Hey, one
You're
last
welcome.
plug. Can you plug your YouTube channel?
Yes.
You can just search for me. It's Nico Antonio. It's a very personal YouTube channel. Wala masyadong trip. My first video was my kid. Parang he was saying na, what was this? He was pointing at, kasi we have this Amazon Echo, si Alexa.
Yeah.
Tapos parang tinuturo niya, kasi when mga fruits sinasabi niya apple, gumaganon siya. Yun lang yung first video ko. Tapos yun nga nag-branch out ako. Sabi ko I want to try parang editing and stuff. Tapos yun nga yung I came up with the Jordan 11 collection video.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. I want to see your kicks.
It's Nico Antonio. Just look for it.
Will do. Thank you again. So that's our episode for this week, guys.
Yay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Brought to you by Big Baby Studios.